Good morning, everyone. Hope my voice is clear. Now, in my previous video, which I had sent you the link, in that I had started that means I had explained the lesson number 4 of geography, that is air, in which we have read that what is air. For the atmosphere of the earth is the layer of gases, and which is commonly called as air. And then next we have started with the sentence of this lesson, first sentence, that our earth is surrounded by the huge blanket of air called atmosphere. So the earth is surrounded by the huge blanket of air called atmosphere. Then how much importance this air is, we have also seen for our survival, that it protect us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. Then it also if the blanket of the air, it will not be there, then we should have means we would have been baked up by the heat of the sun during the daytimes. So much harsh the sun rays are there, and this blanket of air only makes the life on the earth possible. Then next we have seen about the composition of the atmosphere, in which we have seen various gases which make the atmosphere, and among those gases nitrogen and oxygen has the greatest part to make the atmosphere. Then other these gases are carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon, hydrogen. These all gases we have seen how much percentage of this is there, these gases is there in the composition of the atmosphere. Then apart from this, these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air. And further we have seen in this about the importance of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide separately. Then the structure of atmosphere, we have read about that the atmosphere is divided into 5 layers, that is troposphere. The importance of troposphere, we have read about that all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog and hailstorm occur in this layer. Then second layer is stratosphere, in which we have read about that making conditions. The stratosphere is there, in which the conditions are good enough for the flying of aeroplanes and all. And it contains, the most important thing is that it contains the ozone layer also. Next, third layer we have seen about mesosphere. Now, mesosphere, we have read that importance of mesosphere is that meteorites burn up in this layer and then entering it into the space. The next, we have seen about thermosphere, the fourth layer. In thermosphere, the temperature rises very rapidly, and this layer helps in the radio transmission also. The radio waves are transmitted from the earth, are reflected back to the earth by this layer only, that is thermosphere. And finally, we have read about the last layer of the earth, of the atmosphere, is exosphere, in which we have seen that the light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from this layer only. Then weather and climate also we have seen about what is weather, that is weather is day to day and uh, time to time the changing uh, the conditions. So weather change dramatically from day to day. That is why it is said to be as weather. Means whatever I have given the in the highlight form, you have hope that you have underlined that also, that weather is hour to hour and day to day condition of the atmosphere, whatever present, the very hour, the very moment, the every day, that is termed as weather. And that time season, we have also read about the season, that when the weather remains same for the longer period of time, then it is called as climate or season. Then temperature also we have seen about that it depends upon how much hot the day is or how much cold the day is. And this temperature uh, Because of this temperature also, it is the summer and winter seasons. We can divide it, the year into summer, winter, and different seasons also. Then next we have read about air pressure also in this lesson, in which we have read about how the air pressure means pressure exerted by the weight of the air on the earth's surface, and the areas having the lower temperature, the air is cold that and in those areas, and there the heavy air sinks and creates the high pressure areas also. Further in this chapter we have seen about read about and understood about the wind also, that they can be broadly divided into three types. Permanent winds, I had explained you in the previous video also that what are permanent winds. As the name indicates, they remain permanent throughout the year. That is, from the name also, it is indicated that westerlies and easterlies. West from the winds which blow from western side is called as westerlies. The blows from eastern side is called easterlies. Then seasonal winds also are there, that blows from one season to season, like the monsoon winds. Then local winds, the third type of wind, the local wind, that is we have read about land and sea breeze is the best example of this. And even in India, the loo blows, the wind called loo blows during the summer season, and that is also the example of local wind. Further, we have read about the detail about the destruction caused by cyclone, that is the natural disaster in Odisha, how much destruction it has made in the Odisha, in the area of Odisha. Now, the last topic which was remaining in this lesson was moisture. So now, when what is moisture? When water evaporates from land and different water body, it becomes water vapor. So how water vapor is made? When the water evaporates from the land, and how it evaporates from the land due to the heat of the sun, and this water which is present in different water bodies, it evaporates, and when it evaporates, it becomes in the form of vapor, that is called as water vapor. Moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. So what is moisture? Moisture is the humidity, the amount of humidity present in the atmosphere, that is called as humidity. Then next we have seen about when the air is full of water vapor, we call it a humid day. When the air is full of water vapor, means the vapors are present in the air. We feel a little bit wet like that. It is called as a humid day. As the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold the water vapor increases, and so it becomes more and more humid. On the humid day, clothes take longer and longer to dry, and sweat from our body does not evaporate easily, making us feel very uncomfortable. So underline this, what happens on a humid day, how you can understand that it is too humid today. When the clothes take longer time to dry, and when the sweat of our body does not evaporate easily, it making us feel very uncomfortable, then it seems that it is a humid day. Then, when the water vapor rises, it starts cooling. As soon as the water evaporates due to the heat of the sun from the water bodies, it goes in the form of water vapor, and as it goes up, it starts cooling, and the water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. Then, after cooling, when the water goes up, water vapor goes up, it starts cooling, and then it turns into the droplets of water. Now clouds are just masses of such water droplets. Now clouds are just masses of such water droplets. That means clouds are formed due to these water droplets. The means we can say it is the clouds are formed due to these water droplets all only which are present in the air. When these droplets of water become too heavy to float in the air, then they come down as precipitation. And when these droplets becomes too heavy, means so many water droplets are collected in the form of cloud, then it is too heavy to float in the air and they come down in the as a precipitation, means little bit wet atmosphere is there. Then jet planes flying in the sky leave white trail behind them. The moisture from their engines condenses, which when we see trials from these condensed moisture from some time and when there is no air movement to disturb it. So you have also been observed that jet planes flying in the sky leave a white trail behind them, means a white smoke type thing is coming out from the jet planes when they are flying. Now what is this? This is a moisture from the engines from the jet planes that condenses, which we see in the form of trails which comes out from the jet planes. Precipitation that comes down to the earth in the liquid form is called rain. And when this precipitation comes down, now we know that the weather seems very wet during the humid day. But when this precipitation comes down in the form of liquid, it is termed as rain. Most of the groundwater comes from the rainwater. Plants help preserve water when trees on the hill uh, sides are cut. Rainwater flows down and bare mountains and can cause flooding of the low-lying areas. So this is how the rainwater, when the rainwater comes down, falls on the earth, the plants help them to preserve the water. And when the trees on the hillsides are cut, the rainwater flows down the mountains and can cause flooding also in the low-lying areas. On the basis of mechanism, there are three types of rainfall: the conventional rainfall, the orographic rainfall, and the cyclonic rainfall. Now, on the basis of mechanism, on the basis of working of the how the rainfall works, how the rainfall is forming, or the process of the rainfall, how it comes down, that is called as the mechanism, and it is of three types. In the figure we can see that cyclonic, first is the cyclonic rainfall, in which what happens, the warm air is rising up. Why? Just because of the heat of the sun from the water bodies, the warm air is rising up, and as soon as the warm air is rising up, the cold air, as soon as this air goes up, the cold air takes the position of the warm air. Cold air comes and fills the gap which is left behind by the warm air. And this way, this is called as cyclonic. And when the rain, this warm air goes up, it condenses and then it comes down back in the form of rain. Then this is called as cyclonic rain. When in the coastal areas near the water bodies, this thing happens when the warm air goes up and the cold air takes the place of that, and again that this warm air goes up and condenses, and when it becomes too heavy there, with the water droplets becomes too heavy over there on the above, then it comes down in the form of rain and it is called as cyclonic rain. The second type of rain is relief or uh, orographic rainfall, in which uh, the mountainous hilly areas, the moisture air is taken away like this on the mountains, and then it is collected over there in the form of cloud and comes back in the form of droplets, and this is the orographic rain rainfall which appears in the mountainous and hilly areas. Then the next is the conventional rainfall. In this also, wherever the water bodies are there, the warm air goes up, and as soon as the warm air goes up, uh, the water bodies there starts drying up, and this warm air as goes up, it condenses again, and when in the form of cloud it is formed and it becomes too heavy, it comes back down on the earth in the form of rainfall. So these are the three types of rainfall you can see in the figure also. That is the conventional rainfall, the orographic rainfall, and the cyclonic rainfall. And the rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and animals, and it brings fresh water. Now, how this rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and animals? Because it brings fresh water to the earth's surface. If rainfall is less, water scarcity will be there and drought will occur. Then if rainfall will not be there for many years, what will happen? Water scarcity will be there, and there will be no water for the plant life and animal life. uh, Plus we living beings will also be very much means we will not have the much of the water to use, and the condition of drought will appear uh, where when there is no water on the earth. So on the other hand, it if it is more and flood take place, but if the water scarcity of water is there, less rainfall is there, then it will the condition of drought will appear. And if more of rainfall is there, then what will happen? Another flood will appear, बाढ़ आ जाती है, एंड ड्रॉट मीन्स सूखा पड़ जाता है। जब रेनफॉल नहीं होती, बारिश नहीं होती, तो सूखा पड़ जाता है, और जब बारिश ज़्यादा हो जाती है तो बाढ़ आ जाती है। देन other forms of precipitation are snow, sleet, and hail. Means other form of precipitation means one form of precipitation is rainfall, and other form of precipitation in which we can feel that weather is wet, humid, then it is snow. It snow forms, sleet forms, and the hail. Hail means I had already hailstorms and all, ओले वगैरह गिरने लगते हैं. So this is the uh, where we end the lesson here. It completes here. The question answers very short, short and long. I have given there in the uh, book. Sorry, in the PDF. You can check it there. Today I'm going to upload my PDF also on the that school student portal live content. You can check it from there. All the very short and long question answers you have to do. Even the give reasons are there in that. So you can do the give reasons also in the notebook neatly. So all the question answers very short and long, plus give reasons which are given in the PDF. You have to do it in the notebook neatly, and that notebook work you will make the PDF of this, only this lesson, only lesson number 4, that is air, the question answers of this lesson. You will make the PDF of this question answers, and give reasons. Whatever work you are doing in the notebook, you will make PDF, and then upload it on the link provided to you. In the beginning only I had given the link for the uploading of the work submission. So that link, on that link you will submit your work after completing the work. Today I am going to upload this PDF in which question answers will be there. Now tick the correct and match the following. You can mark here only. In my PDF, tick the correct and match the following also given, but no need to do the tick the correct and match the following in the notebook. Only do the question answers, very short, long, and give reasons in the notebook. And mark, tick the correct and match the following in the book only. You can mark just now only which of the following gases protect us from harmful rays of the sun. That is ozone layer, the sea. The most important layer of the atmosphere is troposphere. You can underline just now also which of the following layers of the atmosphere is free from clouds. it is stratosphere. And as we go up the layers of atmosphere, the pressure increases, decreases, or remains the same. It decreases. And when precipitation comes down to the earth in the liquid form, it is, just now we have understood in the lesson that it is in the form of rain. So you can underline this, tick the correct in the book itself. Now match the following. Trade winds. For trade winds, you can mark this permanent winds. Trade winds are the permanent winds. You can mark one in front of permanent wind. Then next, Lu. Lu is a local wind. Here you can mark the third, local wind. Marked local wind now. Next, the monsoon seasonal wind. You can mark the seasonal wind over here. Only mark the seasonal wind. That will be the third. Marked. Next, the fourth, wind horizontal movement of the air. Horizontal movement of the air. You can mark for fourth one, wind. Number 4. I think now it is clear. Now, again, I am giving you the answers. Trade winds, they are permanent winds. Lu, it is a local wind. Third, monsoon wind is a seasonal wind. And fourth, wind. What is wind? Wind is the horizontal movement of the air. So you mark, tick the correct and match the following in the book itself, but very short, short, and long, plus give reasons. You can do it in the book, sorry, notebook. And then you will make the PDF of your work of this lesson, and then you can submit me on the work submission link, which I have provided you earlier also. Again, I'm going to provide the same. Hope it is very much clear. Now, little bit time is still there. I'm thinking to start now next lesson, that will be uh, civics, market around us. It is very easy, just an introduction. Today I will give you in my next class, that is tomorrow. I'm going to upload the video of this. Tomorrow I'm going to upload the video of this lesson, and the link I'm going to provide you. You can check in the group the link, and you can go through the lesson and understand the lesson. If any doubt, you can ask me. Clear? So market around us, this is very easy lesson, that and it will be easy for you also to understand. As you go to the market to buy many things, most of you go to the market to buy many things. As sometimes your mother asks you to go to the shops and all to get some vegetable, fruits, or some uh, grocery items, and sometimes you yourself go with your whole family to purchase clothes and all, uh, on the occasion, special occasions like festivals or marriage ceremonies, or to attend any occasion. So market around us, that means everybody is well aware about the market. And the market is a place where you can get the things of your need. You can go there and can purchase those things. And if we make a list of goods that we purchase, it would be very really long. So there are many kinds of markets. Markets are also of many kinds. Not only one type of market is there, but in this lesson we are going to read about different types of markets. And these different types of markets may be there to fulfill our everyday needs. And these markets are shops, can be the shops which are in the nearby area only of your locality. The hawkers stall is there. That means the hawkers, the vendors, they come to your house with their vendors items on the that we can say uh, four-wheel cart and all, in your neighborhood only. And the weekly market also there, which is there, which is organized once in a week, and it mostly is there in the village and all. And a large shopping malls is there. These shopping malls we can see in the towns and cities. And perhaps even a mall, shopping complex is there, and a mall is also there, we can see in the city and town. So these are the different types of markets we are going to read in this lesson, uh, which for which means you have to go if to fulfill the needs. Means if you want to purchase any type of item, you have to go to this. If you are having the shops nearby, you will prefer to go to the nearby shops only. Or the vendors also is coming to your house with the cart. The hawker is also there coming to your neighborhood, then you can purchase the items from them also. The weekly market is there, the large shopping complex is there, and the mall is there. So these are the different types of markets you are going to read in this lesson. First, we'll read about the weekly markets. What are weekly markets? Weekly markets is so called because it is held on the specific day of the week. As I already made you clear, what are weekly markets? Weekly markets are the markets which are held on the specific day. Specific means one particular day. Those markets are held, the shops are put on the particular place, and they are called as weekly market. Once in a week they are held in that particular area. Then weekly markets do not have permanent shops. The weekly market also do not have the permanent shops, because once a week they are organized. So the traders set up the shops for the day and then close them up in the evening. Means from the morning, once a day in a week, the traders, the people who want to sell the things, they come and set up their shops over there in that particular area in the morning. And by the time in the evening, they go back. Uh, they go back. They wind up all the things and they move that from that place. Then they may set up at the different place for the next day. There are thousands of such markets in India. People come here for their everyday requirements. So people also come here for their everyday requirements. Means everyday requirements is fulfilled in from these markets only. If anybody want to purchase anything, then certain places are having the weekly markets, which is organized at a specific day, one particular day. And in these weekly markets, traders are there. They come in the morning and that particular day, they set up their shops over there, and by the evening, after selling their items from morning till evening, they again wind up the things and go to the other place. Then there are thousands of such markets in India. People come here for their everyday requirement. Many things in the weekly market are available at cheaper rates. Now, in this weekly market, many things are available at the cheaper rates. Means less money is there for those things. This is because when shops are in the permanent buildings, they incur a lot of expenditure. Means, as you are also aware that when the shops are having the permanent buildings, when the permanent buildings are there for the shops, they had the lot of expenditure on them. That means they had to pay rent also for that shop, they had to pay for the electricity bill also, and they also had to pay sometimes the tax or the fees to the government. And that means all these expenditure cost a lot for the permanent shops, and that is why the things in the permanent shop is more expensive than the things which are sold in the weekly market. Am I clear? So that is why the weekly market, the shops are not permanent over there. No permanent building is there for them. No electricity expenditure is there in the weekly market, because from the morning they come, evening they go by. That is why they don't have to spend so much money to put up a weekly market in the shop in the weekly market. That is why the things which are sold in the weekly market is cheaper at rate as compared to the shops which are permanent in the particular building. Am I clear the difference between the permanent shop and the weekly market shops in the weekly market? Then they also have to pay wages to their workers. Now another important thing, that why the things sold in the shops are more expensive, because they had to pay the money, the salary to the workers also, which are working in the shop. In weekly market, these shops owners store the things they sell at home. Means the weekly markets, the shop owners are those only people who are making the things at home. Most of them are helped by their family members only. No other people, worker is involved in them. Only the family members are involved in the weekly market, and thus they do not have to give the money or salary to anybody, but whatever profit will be there, for it will be shared with the family members only. And thus weekly market also have a large number of shops selling the same goods, which means there is complete competition among them. But in weekly market, competition is there among the shopkeepers, because same kind of things are sold with are sold by many of the shopkeepers. And if some traders were to charge a high price, people would move to another shop. And if in the weekly market, it is obviously seen that if one shopkeeper is taking more money, then the people will go to the other shopkeeper who is selling the things in the cheaper rates. So the competition is very much in the weekly market.